Today's story is The Inch Prince. Long ago, in a remote village in China, there lived an old couple named Mr. and Mrs. Ping. Their home was a tiny house at the foot of a mountain beside a rushing river. The Pings loved it. Every day, Mr. Ping weeded the beans and the rest of the plants in their vegetable plot. Meanwhile, Mrs. Ping fed all the chickens and all their other animals. As dusk fell, the couple watered the sweet smelling flowers in their beautiful garden. The Pings had everything they could possibly want. Well, almost. I wish we had some children, sighed Mrs. Ping sadly one evening. So do I, said Mr. Ping, but only a teeny child could fit in our tiny house. We hardly have room for the cat. Small things can be special too, said his wife. Maybe, said Mr. Ping, but there need to be smallest child in the world to fit in here. I wouldn't care. At that very moment, a fairy happened to fly past. She overheard what Mr. and Mrs. Ping were saying. She noticed their healthy plump vegetable growing away in the sun, not to mention their contented animals and their enormous blossoming flowers. These two are obviously very good at looking after everything around them, thought the fairy. They deserve to be looked after too. With that, she hovered over the Ping's tiny house, waved her wand, and whispered some magic words. Jumping beans and flying fish gave these folk what they wish. Soon afterward, Mr. and Mrs. Ping became the proud parents of Teeny Weeny Boy. In fact, he was so teeny, he was just 1 inch tall. Well, we wanted a small child. Isn't he teeny? Isn't he sweet? Let's name him Ishiboshi, said Mrs. Ping. It means 1 inch boy, and we could call him Ishi for short, said her husband. Very short, he added with a smile. Ishi was so tiny the Pinks had to find new uses for everyday objects. A bottle top from Mr. Ping's homemade rice mine became a bathtub. One of the shoelace from Mrs. Ping's pink walking boots was turned into a scarf. A dried pea made a great ball. Goal! Mrs. Ping's button collection was put to a good use as dinner plates, and every night Issy curled up to sleep in his little matchbox bed.
Uh oh.